Chicken Air, bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be doing a summary of the exclusive developer Q&A that was hosted on Reddit the other day. But first, guys, a little bit of game news. We got Tank Medic Mania all weekend, which is just awesome. If you remember the last time I made a video, we're gonna be taking on Imitation Game, by the way, with the team ed, so we should be able to hashtag steamroll it with the chicken guys. But you remember the last time I talked about the troop manias and stuff, and kind of the updates we've been getting when I was like guessing like some realistic updates that were gonna come to the game. I said that what would be awesome would be to get troop manias, but to get combo troop manias, because that's how we actually use the troops, right? Like nobody just uses like all medics, obviously, or like all pioneers or something like that. So it was really nice to get a combination a troop mania, because that's kind of what everyone like, that it benefits people more in terms of spending diamonds and stuff. But anyways, guys, so the developer Q&A, it's pretty exciting just to get some answers and all this stuff. But I gotta say, like, a lot of the answers are kind of like, yeah, we're aware, we're working on this. Let's just dive right into it, guys. So the first question, one of the biggest questions, will we ever have Task Force versus Task Force wars, battles, any sort of like Task Force versus Task Force stuff coming to the game? And what they said was a pretty long answer, but I'll try to summarize it here. This is one of the most commonly asked questions out there. Of course, the answer is maybe. Of course, the answer is maybe. We love the idea of Task Force. In order to make a feature like this, we need two things. We need the idea design. If we're devoting large amounts of time to a big feature, we want to be sure that it's perfect. We've experimented with lots of ideas for some kind of Task Force versus Task Force. We've combed through all your ideas on Reddit, on the forums, and elsewhere. We've made prototypes, experimented with different ideas, and collaborated with other game teams. However, so far we haven't found anything that fits just right. And here's a cool thing that they said at the end. Also, what we have figured out is a good idea for a major new feature we're currently working on. We think you're going to love it. So I think that's really cool. Bit of a hashtag chicken tease there to so I guess something is coming to the game, something different obviously than like Mega Crab or like the big updates that we're kind of used to now. So that's really awesome. Okay, so here's a question. The guy's asking what he's supposed to do as a maxed out level 65 player. Saying that there's basically nothing left to upgrade, and just he's kind of hitting a stale, boring wall with the game right now. So they said we made some changes to Task Force. Oh, sorry. He was asking about specifically about the Task Force hopping, because that's how he likes to play the game or whatever. And we're not planning on. We made some changes to Task Force hopping in order to prevent a reward exploit. These changes unintentionally had a couple bad side effects for hoppers. Technically speaking, these changes were very complicated. We'll take a look at it. I never understood Task Force hopping. Too stupid, guys. Like, I guess people jump back and forth from Task Forces just to hit different operations, which is I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, even if they're reward exploiting, it's like, ooh, like an extra 20 diamonds every day, like big whoop. Like, it's not. If they were getting like power powers and stones and stuff, like, yeah, maybe that would make a difference. But I mean, it doesn't really affect me how many diamonds someone else has. Okay, will HQ 23 come out in 2017? Pretty big question here, guys. We're not planning on adding HQ 23 at the moment. We would like to add something new to a potential new HQ level instead of just increasing numbers on existing buildings, and we're working on a new feature right now, so HQ 23 is currently not in our pipeline. So I think that's a great answer. Sure, I want HQ 23. I'm ready for new upgrades, but I mean, a new gameplay mechanic, that's going to be like first and foremost, absolutely. That would be, I think that would be what everyone kind of wants, right? Like, I don't know, like a new event or just like a new troop, like some sort of new gameplay mechanic, I think would be better than just getting like a level up on everything and just doing a bit of an upgrade grind for a bit and then just being kind of back to where we were. So I think that's, I'm kind of excited about that answer. What do we got here? Question: Intel is problematic, particularly on War Factory days. Will we get Intel added to War Factory? Answer: yes. Adding Intel to War Factory is certainly possible. We'll need to take a closer look at the balance implications, but should otherwise be fine. Okay, so that's, I guess they're working on Intel coming to War Factory, I guess, guys. That would be awesome. Anything that gets more Intel in general is super helpful, because I mean, I've said a million times before, like, the Intel grind just sucks. Like, it's just, there's no like real fun thing about grinding for Intel. I think you should be able to hit Intel. Like, I don't think the Intel requirements for the higher end operations should be as high as they are. because I don't think players' ability to be active reflects their skill. So say we're good enough to take down, like in the chicken coop, we're good enough to take down Stronghold every day, but we never have the intel for it. We're lucky to get the intel for Foxtrot, and usually that sets us back in the OP time every time, just because we're not like super active players. And I'm not like worried about like I said from the start I didn't want to be an annoying task force that's just always harping on intel, like, oh, like you have to hit this, like there's no minimum intel requirements to be in the chicken coop, guys. Because that's something I always found annoying with other task forces. But anyways, so Imitation Game, the inclusion of magma drops in an event, namely Imitation Game, was great. However, would you consider making it more equivalent to the drops from Dr. T? Answer, the Imitation Game rewards are actually already equivalent, albeit larger than Dr. T rewards. I don't understand that, because the guy was asking about stones. Obviously, Imitation Game would be perfect if we could just get guaranteed red crystals from it. Then it would be like the best event ever, right? Like that's all we want, is just more crystals. And that's what he's asking, is for more guaranteed crystals, but I guess they missed that. Is there anything coming to help with recruiting? And if you guys have made your own task force, obviously it's different for me because I have this channel, so I have a bit of like personal outreach. But if you don't have like a YouTube channel to promote your task force on, it is kind of annoying to start out, because you got to like post on the forums. There's no like global chat in the game, and even searching for task forces within the game is difficult. That's why we have to post the hashtags whenever I do a recruitment thing. And by the way, I am the leader of Chicklets now, so I know there was a bunch of stuff going on in there before, people getting kicked out, and that's all settled now. So if you want to join, the chicken coop, come join Chicklets. We'll see you from there. We'll get you up into the chicken coop. We'll rotate players in and out. It's basically chicken coop. It's going to be for boosting, for operations and stuff, and the Chicklets is just like farming, practice operation heads. You don't have to boost or anything. Just like, it's just laid back, like a fun task force. So if you want to, like take a break or whatever, come join Chicklets, and then we'll get you into the chicken coop if you want to move up. And I'll post a task force code on the screen there so you can see that. Okay, next question. Do you guys plan on adding more HQ levels in the future? This kind of touches on the last question we got, I guess. We're going to go ahead and take out these boom cannons, if we can, guys. We're kind of melting away Imitation Game pretty easily here. So, more HQ levels in the near future? No. A new HQ level takes a surprising amount of work. Right now, we'd like to focus on other things we think will have a greater effect. So, kind of the same answer as before. They're saying that they are working on stuff, but it's just, like, they want to add in something new before just making, like, another HQ just reskin like HQ23 and then having everything a new level. We kind of already touched on that, guys. Are there plans to make intel gain or requirements for end game players easier in the future? Answer, that this shouldn't be that difficult of a grind. We agree. Still looking for the right solution, but we don't want the end game to feel like that. Okay, so I guess they're somewhat aware of how annoying the intel grind is, guys, but any even little thing that they can add to make that a little easier, I think would be awesome. It doesn't have to be like, they don't have to make like really massive changes. Like maybe on events we get like 2 intel per stage or something like that. I don't know. They can like, I feel like that would be kind of an easy fix, and there wouldn't really be much needed to it. We didn't lose any troops there. I thought we were getting wrecked at one point. Okay, so are there plans for other big events like Mega Crab in the future? Answer, could anything ever beat Mega Crab? I think Colonel Gearhart and Lieutenant Hammer and okay, so that's not really much of an answer, Mr. Arlight. Okay, so this is, we're probably, oh yeah, we're gonna lose guys on this one for sure. But whatever, we got like 5 attacks, so that's okay. Any plans from events like Mega Crab in the future? No, I didn't really answer. Do you guys plan to improve in-game task force search functionality? So we were just kind of talking about this one, guys. Where are we? Answer, we know that the task force search is a pain point. We've making improvements to it, but still not where we would like to be. It's a very complex beast. What kind of improvements do you have in mind? Okay, so they're aware of it, I guess, and then maybe some changes will come, maybe not. This is what I meant when I said before, like a lot of the questions are like, oh yeah, like we're like aware, like working on it and stuff. So kind of take from that what you will, I guess. I mean, oh, we're just getting absolutely roasted here. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to do this attack again, so I'm gonna try to take down as much stuff as we can here. We're gonna need that grappler go down for sure if we're gonna do this with T-Meds, guys. I'm gonna start working away on that. And what do we got next here? I think you guys are definitely not understanding how difficult it is to keep up and run the task force, and improving this will definitely bring some joy. Answer, you have my thanks. I'm really happy with our game can be great, blah, 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 blah. We can give you tools, but it's your use of the tools. Okay, so that's another, just another question. I'm trying to stick to gameplay related questions. There's a lot of questions like, oh, like what do you want to have for lunch today, or like whatever. BBT replied back. There's a bug in Imitation Game whereby when you use more than one attack on the final level, then you receive almost 0 reward when it is completed. Really? I guess we're about to see that. Do you have a fix in place for this? Unfortunately, this fix requires a full update. We can't fix it with the maintenance. Okay, so at least they're aware of it. As long as they're aware of stuff, guys, it will get fixed or like straightened out eventually. So that's why it's cool to have these Q&As. So maybe there's something you get pointed out. I'm sure they're aware of most things by now. So let's take a look at what the rewards are, and let's see if that actually is a bug. So what do we got? 427, 271, 226. Okay, so we'll just make a hashtag chicken mental note of that, guys. And load up the guys here again. And we'll dive right on back into stage 7. We're almost through the questions here. Where did Hammerman go, guys? Give me that treasure chest. Okay, stage 7. Question: would you or have you guys ever considered doing another game with the Boom Beach universe similar to Clash Clans Clash Royale? This is actually a decision for the teams working on new games at Supercell. So I guess that's a different team. These teams are free to pick the theme and art style for the new game. Okay, so that's like I guess that's not what they do, is what they're saying. We're gonna go ahead and just launch some GB out there. We're gonna flare back up here, smoke there from the grappler, and we should be able to get this, guys. Question: will there ever be a village edit mode like in Clash? It's very difficult to move bases around, and since I switch between a hammerman base and regular base with different layouts for different prototype weapons, it gets very frustrating moving things around. Answer: ever is a long time, but we don't have plans for this at the moment. Question: would it be possible to add a task force message feature? It'd be a nice way to alert people about ending operations and getting their attacks in. Answer: pinning messages sends out a notification. Like someone mentioned, there's also an automated push notification that is being sent out 2 hours before an operation ends and you haven't attacked yet. That's a really nice feature. I like that, actually, because the chicken is kind of forgetful at times, guys, when it comes to operation attacks. We gotta get out of the way of this friggin' grappler. Oh my goodness. Grapplers and tanks do not mix, guys. They do not mix very well. Okay, so we're gonna hide our way back up here. Hopefully, yeah, we'll just come up through the back and eventually plow our way through it. Hopefully these critters can take out this boom cannon for us. This is probably going to take a while to get through here, so we'll find a couple more hashtag chicken questions here, guys. Alright, do you think it's feasible that you'd add a new sculptor level to HQ22, as the previous sculptor levels were unlocked at HQ20, 18, 16, etc.? I feel HQ22 feels much less important gameplay-wise as many others. Example, HQ20 where one unlocks a new landing crab, new sculptor level, etc., and is a much bigger power jump. Also, would you ever consider adding a ninth landing craft in a future HQ level? Answer: I don't think we're going to add new sculptor levels or landing crafts to the game. A ninth landing craft and extra sculptor level would mean a drastic increase in the attack power and would really mess up the game balance, which was created with 8 landing crafts and 10 statues in mind. Oh, we got roasted here again? What's going on, guys? I guess this is what happens when you pay like no attention. I hope the medics haven't been just like playing with each other the whole time I was reading that. That would be a little hashtag chicken boring. I didn't even save one of them. Okay, chicken. I'm curious about the Dark Tea events. Was it your intention? Was it your intention for them to repeat every week like they have been, or will there be an update making new each Dr. T different again? And I'm pretty sure, without even reading the answer, that they've already said multiple times that they are going to fix this, and there was already a patch for it. Answer: no, there was definitely a bug we attempted to fix last week, and that caused an out-of-sync issue which required emergency maintenance to fix. At that point, we reverted back to the previous bugged version. Oh, okay, so since the fix is complicated and the bug isn't a major issue, we're not planning on rushing it. We're still investigating the problem. We fear we might have to wait until the next forced update to be fixed. Okay, so that's what that was about, guys. So remember last week, I didn't post a video on it, but I said that the Dr. T was bugged when I went to attack it. It kept saying client server out of sync. So I guess what they're saying there... What is going on, Maddox? Get behind the tanks, for the love of God. Is that the Dr. T is back to the repeating Dr. Terrence. And I guess we're going to have to wait until the next big update for that to be fixed. So that's okay with the chicken, guys. Alright, so where are we next here? And yeah, that's it, I guess. Those were kind of the bigger questions. HQ23, when is the next Mega Crab, all that stuff. It was kind of more or less the same type of answers. It was just like, yeah, we're aware of this. We are gonna like work on it. We want this fixed in the future. So I think the biggest thing that we can take away from this was the was the answer to actually the first question that I read, and stage 7 goes down. And where they said what we have figured out is a good idea for a major new feature we're currently working on. We think you're going to love it. So there it is right there, guys. Like, you remember the chicken said when we got the new builder that it meant something was coming with the builder. It's taken a little longer than I expected. I was expecting a January Mega Crab. I'm not sure if that could still be very much the case. Let's take a look at the rewards we got from that to see if it is actually bugged. Oh, wow, it is, yeah. Because remember, it was like 427, 226, something like that. That's crazy. We got like nothing for it. Not that I need them, but that would be really annoying for a low-level player who probably needs to take multiple attacks on it anyways. So yeah, guys, we got the Team Med Mania. I'm gonna be practicing up my tank medic attacks. That's basically the summary for the Q&A. That's all the big questions. So this is actually, someone formatted this in the Supercell forum, so I'll post a link to the forum if you wanted to go over anything that I said too quickly or whatever. If you missed something, there's a summary all there that you can read. And yeah, time to practice up some team med attacks. That's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Check it out.